So, what are the missing pieces to an optimized LinkedIn profile? I have three that I really want to cover in today's training, in today's episode, because it's really vital that we all understand the importance of our success on LinkedIn. Yes, we need to create great content. Yes, we need to connect with the right people. Yes, we need to stop pitch slapping people in our messages, but it really all starts with our profile because without profile visibility, you're not going to have the right people viewing your LinkedIn profile. You're not going to appear in the right searches. And all of the other things that you're working so hard at on LinkedIn, your content, your connecting, your messaging, are all going to fall short. But outside of all the regular things that need to be done to your LinkedIn profile, there's three things in particular that I feel a lot of people are missing when it comes to properly optimizing your LinkedIn profile. Now, before I cover these three things, just want to remind everyone that in 2 weeks from today, so, or whenever you may be listening to this, January 26th through January 30th, my wife Nancy and I are hosting our amateur to expert on LinkedIn in 5 days workshop. So we're going to be teaching anyone who wants to register how to become an expert in the space that you're in on LinkedIn, how to optimize your profile, how to connect with the right people, how to message, how to book sales calls, how to close sales on LinkedIn, our 20-minute LinkedIn growth engine method, growth engine method. We're also going to go over content that needs to be created and how that can be streamlined. Now, this is a $29 workshop. You get a workbook to follow along so you have accountability to take with you. After we're done, you get access to replays all throughout the time that we're hosting the workshop. And we're actually limiting this to about 150 people just because there's a lot that we have to do on the back end. So for under $6 a day, an hour a day, 12 to 1 Eastern, Monday through Friday, 26th to the 30th of January. If you would like to register and you are watching on social, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn, just type the word me in the comments and I'll send you the link where you can get your $29 ticket. Because again, we're going to be teaching thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of information for only a fraction of that, $29. If you're listening on the podcast and you want to get registered, all you have to do is go to the description of the episode and you will find everything right there. And as it stands right now, we are just about halfway sold out. We have close to 70 people already registered for this workshop, which says a lot. So again, we would love to see you there. Now, what are the missing pieces? So first and foremost, there are a number of things that you need to include in your LinkedIn profile, but I've picked out three things in particular that I really feel are the missing pieces to a lot of people's success on LinkedIn. So first and foremost, the background banner. Mine reads the LinkedIn content, sales, and marketing system for coaches, consultants, and service professionals. This is your billboard. A lot of people just put too much verbiage, too much information. They just put a website or their email address, or it might be a quote. You have to understand that when someone is populating onto your LinkedIn profile, the first thing that they see is your background banner. Now, we're going to be teaching on day one of our workshop. We're actually going to be teaching. I'm going to be doing a live share of all of how to really optimize this portion using Canva. But the best advice that I can give anyone listening or watching is go to your LinkedIn profile, look at your background banner, and ask yourself, is it clear what I do and who I serve? So let me break that down. So mine reads the LinkedIn content, sales, and marketing system. So when someone reads that, they're like, oh, Scott, his wife, their company, they teach LinkedIn content, LinkedIn sales, LinkedIn marketing. They have a system. But most importantly, who it's for: coaches, consultants, service professionals. Now, service professionals could be lawyers, could be accountants, bookkeepers, insurance professionals, finance professionals, real estate professionals, anyone that's providing a service to someone else. So it's abundantly clear when someone is on my LinkedIn profile. They know exactly what it is that I do and who I do it for. So that's the first thing. Make sure that you have a properly optimized background banner because that is your billboard. Now, the second thing is the featured content section. Now, not everybody has access to this feature, but not everybody uses it. So to find it, if you click where it says add profile section, either as you peruse down your LinkedIn profile or at the very top, you will see it right below your profile picture. It'll say add profile section. And if you click on, there's core, recommended, and additional. And if you click on recommended, you will see add featured. And if you click on that, it's going to give you a plus sign that gives you 5 options. You can add a post, a newsletter, an article, a link. This is for videos, articles, and websites. Or you can add media, pictures, presentations, or documents. Now, this is the perfect area to generate leads, generate capturing emails, book sales calls. On mine, there's 3 things in particular that I have featured. Number 1, Nancy and I, we have our own private LinkedIn content creation community called the Expert Content Society. This is where we teach people how to create content with our human-driven AI GPTs that help people create up to 6 posts per week on LinkedIn by just answering simple questions of things that we've created so people can learn about it there. We also have a lead magnet on there, 3 high-impact LinkedIn post templates. So if someone is looking to create 3 high-impact LinkedIn posts, we have a template that people can download for free. We kind of mad lib it where they can kind of answer some questions. They actually get a bonus invitation to get access to one of our prompts for free so they can experience what it's like to create that. And then I also feature my LinkedIn newsletter because that acts as a lead generator for me. So I have 11,150 subscribers to date because at the end of every LinkedIn newsletter, I have some sort of call to action. Sign up for our workshop, book a free call, visit our website, download this, whatever the case may be. Because I have 11,000 readers, so I would be foolish not to highlight that to get people to subscribe and then obviously encourage them as they read through the weekly editions that I drop every Friday morning to take the next step, whatever that next step may be at the end of my newsletter. Now, you could add a website, you can add a calendar link, you can add a checklist, you can add a post. Make sure that you have 3 things added. Make sure they do all of what I described. Make sure they drive visibility to a website about your business. Make sure that you can capture emails, like having a lead magnet, some sort of email growth piece of information in there. But also maybe a piece of LinkedIn content. Maybe you had a successful newsletter edition or a poll or a post or a video. Highlight it. And the great thing is you can rotate these as often as you want, depending upon what you have going on. Now, this is also going to be covered in part 1 of our LinkedIn workshop, the Amateur to Expert. So on day 1, I'm going to be going over more of this in depth. And again, if you would like to register and you're watching on social, just type me in the comments. I'll send you the registration link. It's only $29 to spend 5 days with us, January 26th to the 30th from 12 to 1 Eastern, live and recorded. If you're listening on the podcast, go to the description and you'll find the link there to get yourself registered. Now, the third and final missing piece to an optimized LinkedIn profile is the recommendation section. Now, this is below your skills, and you'll see that I have 531 written recommendations. The most recent one that I got was January 5th, so very recently. Now, here's the thing. It took me a long time to get 531 written recommendations, a long time. I worked with a lot of people. I got a lot of people results, and I also asked a lot of people. So my advice is to start with people that you know, like, and trust. If you have current or ex-clients that you're connected to on LinkedIn, ask them to write you a recommendation. If you have a current or ex-coworker or colleague, ask them to write you a recommendation. If you have a business ally, maybe someone that you did a joint venture with or collaborated with. Maybe you did a training in their community. Maybe you were a guest on their podcast, or vice versa. If you have a podcast and they were a guest on yours, ask them about that experience. Just start getting people to validate your expertise and your skill set and how great you are at what you do. So it's so imperative to have the words of others speak to your ability to help other people. So when people go to my LinkedIn profile and they see that there's over 500 people that all have the same type of testimonial, that Scott knows what he's doing and you should work with him, I don't have to convince people that I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for almost 14 years. So these are three pieces that I feel most people miss when really trying to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Having a fully optimized background banner that acts as a billboard showcasing what it is that you do and who you do it for. A featured content section that allows people to get to know you online and offline, booking sales calls, capturing emails, highlighting your LinkedIn newsletter or a post. And finally, having the words of others really showcase your expertise through gathering LinkedIn recommendations as you ask for them. So these are three missing pieces that I really feel if people leaned into them, they would see better results on LinkedIn. So again, one last time, anyone watching and you would like to register for our $29 LinkedIn Amateur to Expert 5-day workshop from January 26th to the 30th, from 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be teaching you how to optimize your LinkedIn profile, build the right client network, how to message those clients, how to book sales calls, how to create content, and how to follow our 20-minute-a-day LinkedIn growth engine method. All you have to do is type me in the comments and I'll send you the registration link. If you're listening on the podcast, go to the description, grab the link right there and get yourself registered. And we do hope to see you there. So everyone, I hope you found today's episode helpful and today's training helpful. Love and gratitude, and I'll talk to you next time.